If you hear these words, know this. It is no accident. It is a resonance, a calling of your soul that you have long awaited. You feel it, don't you? That subtle itch beneath your skin, that vague premonition that the world you know is not quite what it seems, that constant, underlying anxiety, devoid of any apparent cause, yet permeating the very fabric of your being. This is not paranoia. It is an awakening consciousness, beating against the walls of a cage built for you. Before we delve into the innermost sanctum, make your choice. Your like is not merely a mechanical act. It is a declaration of intent, a clear signal sent out into the ether. He says, I am ready to see. I am ready to hear. Your subscription is not merely an addition to a general list. It is your entry into the ranks of those who tirelessly seek, those who boldly dare to question the familiar, those who firmly refuse to remain captive to illusion. It is your first, irrevocable step across the threshold, your silent vow not to return to a former state of ignorance. The truth, which they so meticulously conceal behind a dense screen of carefully selected news, behind the impregnable walls of gleaming corporate skyscrapers, behind the golden cages of governments, is in reality simple and terrifyingly obvious. This is not merely a conspiracy theory. It is a real, tangible conspiracy against your very consciousness. They do not strive to control your actions. Their true aim is total control over your perception of the world. They strive to seize control of your reality, persistently instilling the notion of its limitation, its finitude, its predetermined path. But what if I were to reveal a secret to you? Your access to the true, boundless nature of existence is under grave threat. Something is looming, capable of annihilating the collective memory of all humanity, transforming billions of sentient beings into mindless drones, devoid of history. Imagine this. Every book you've read, every word you've heard, every image you've seen, which have woven together your very identity, your perception of the world, your connection to the past, could simply be erased. Not merely forgotten, but wiped away with an efficiency the world has never witnessed before. This is no mere metaphor. I speak of the internet's memory erasure. It's a concept that surfaces in the most classified analytical reports, in the most clandestine protocols, in the doctrines of those who dare to peer beyond conventional understanding. Here's what the ancient prophets foretell. Their words, though appearing disparate, actually weaving a unified tapestry filled with dread. A forgotten quatrain from Nostradamus' Centuries, Book 11, verse 93, which states, when the glass dragon swallows the threads of time, human memory will become but a whisper of the wind. The Mongolian sage Genghis Khan, whose diaries discovered in the forgotten Mongolian steppe, warn, the time will come when the echo of the past will be silenced by a new song of quiet. And Kenshin, the reclusive Japanese monk, whose ancient scrolls were unearthed from the ashes of a monastery consumed by flames on the slopes of Mount Kurama, once warned of a coming great purification, an era when information would turn to dust and the human mind would become like a pristine white sheet. What unfolds now leaves no room for mere coincidence. This is no simple turn of events, but a clear sign of the harmonic resonance predicted long before our time. They, unknown forces, observe us intently, fully aware of our reliance on the global network, which has so naturally and imperceptibly become an extension of our own thoughts and minds. To them, this digital web is the ultimate tool, not just for subjugation, but for complete, irreversible erasure. Imagine for a moment the devastating chaos that will reign when, in a single instant, all historical knowledge accumulated over millennia vanishes. All priceless scientific discoveries, all world literature, all music, the entire tapestry of human history. What then will remain? Merely a gaping void, an empty, untouched canvas. In complete readiness to paint a new picture, one created by those with exclusive access, lies something far greater than a mere loss of data. It is an assault on identity itself, a painful severing from the past, from those who paved our way, from our ancestors. This is a deliberate erasure, an attempt to cultivate a generation taught only what they are ordered to know, a generation severed from their roots, stripped of understanding their true origins. That inexplicable anxiety that grips you in the dead of night when the world seems to slumber and only your consciousness is awake is not depression. It is your soul suffocating within the tight confines of this digital matrix. It is the sharp sense of alienation that arises when you look at the indifferent faces of passers-by, at their vacant stares, at their mindless consumption of information, at their passive acceptance of whatever is fed to them. It is not their fault. They are merely asleep. But this is your reality, and it stands on the brink of complete, irreversible destruction. This information leak, this mysterious chimera protocol whispered in the most clandestine discussions, hints at the possibility of a global reboot. We are not speaking merely of an internet shutdown, but of true annihilation. Imagine that all the information you have ever seen is stored within a vast, incredibly intricate web. Now, imagine someone possesses a key, one that allows passage through this intricate web, enabling them to erase the very threads that lead into the past without a trace. They speak of a quantum probability collapse of information. They dissect fractal patterns in geopolitical events, which, remarkably, show an astonishing correlation with specific solar cycles that exert a palpable influence on our noosphere. They term this optimization or security provision, but we understand it's merely a veiled word signifying absolute control. But what if all these frightening occurrences, wars, economic downturns, global pandemics, and this impending information cleansing are merely shadows dancing on the walls of a cave? What if the true tyrant, your genuine adversary, gazes back at you from the mirror when you look into it? What if all this external struggle is merely a cunning diversion, designed to prevent you from noticing that the keys to your own prison have always been within your grasp? The universe does not punish humanity. It merely burns away the poison of fear, ignorance, and materialism that suffocates our true nature. This coming cleansing of information is not an end, but merely a beginning. It is cosmic surgery, a precise and painful, yet absolutely necessary step. Just as the universe severs gangrenous limbs to save the integrity of the body, so too is happening with you now. Your crown of glass is your ego, your fragile self-esteem, built on a foundation of external achievements and the approval of others. This purification process will mercilessly shatter this illusory crown. Your metal veins represent your deep attachment to the system, to this soulless, mechanical structure that skillfully feeds on your fear and all-consuming apathy. This cleansing transformation will cut off this destructive flow. The prophets did not foresee a lone hero who would come and save the world. No, they saw something else. An entire army of awakened souls. They saw precisely you. You are not merely a particle on a predestined path. You are its very embodiment. Your awakening is the coming rebellion. Your attainment of true consciousness is the dawn of a new, unseen era. The great secret they so fiercely and desperately try to hide from the world lies in this. You're not a victim of circumstances at all. You are the creator, the architect of your own destiny. You are the one who carries within the living divine spark, and memory erasure is not a fatal end. It is, on the contrary, a long-awaited invitation, an invitation to your complete restoration, an invitation to recreate. This threat, this careless leak of information, is not a verdict, but rather a powerful catalyst. It urges us to pause and look deeply at what truly matters, at what forms the very foundation of our existence. It compels us to realize our genuine memory, our true identity. are not confined within cold, soulless cloud servers. They live and breathe within us. They are inscribed in our genes, in the depths of our souls, in those collective memories that can survive any, even the most destructive, man-made catastrophes. Now that your eyes are open, now that the veil has lifted, you cannot afford to remain on the sidelines, in inaction. You must not allow them to erase your past, your unique story, your very essence. Your like is not merely a mechanical click. It is a bright flash of light, pulsating through the vast network, visible to those who are ready to see it. This is a signal for those who are awakening. Your contribution, your sharing, is like a precious seed you hopefully plant in the fertile soil of sleeping minds. It's not just an action. It's the beginning of a deep, transformative conversation. It's a bold challenge to the established order, and your subscription is not merely a formality. It's a sacred oath. An oath to yourself, an oath to your bright future, an oath to all of humanity. If you feel you are ready for more, if you aspire to become an integral part of those who will build a new, radiant reality after the coming cleansing, then our inner circle is your reliable operational base. And your support, expressed through super thanks, is inexhaustible energy feeding our shared, unquenchable flame. It's powerful fuel for our sacred battle against the slowly but surely advancing darkness. This is the most important investment in the future that we will all together, collaboratively, choose. Until our next encounter, keep your mind sharp, stay connected, and never cease your